4 messages you may not want to hear but need to hear if you are continuously blaming your parents. These come from this month's edition of Psychology Today magazine in an article called Getting Past Old Hurts by Ellen Kennedy Moore, PhD. First, blaming your parents is a dead end. She writes, "You may be absolutely correct that your parents should have done something differently, but then what? Dwelling on your parents' mistakes can be easier than facing your fears, disappointments, and uncertainties about your own life decisions. But the more you focus on what they did wrong, the less mental energy you have to think about how you want to move forward with your life." Second, there is no such thing as a perfect parent. She writes, expecting your parents to be perfectly attuned to you at all times is unrealistic. In fact, parents are just ordinary people who happen to have had children. Third, my favorite, the context matters. The context encompasses the stresses and resources they had at the time, including their own upbringing. It's harder for parents to respond in healthy ways to their children if they have no model of how to do so because they never received caring responses from their own parents. Understanding where your parents came from doesn't excuse bad behavior, but it makes it easier to let go of blame. And fourth, your parents aren't the only factor influencing you. She writes, "We are all born with a particular temperament and genetically based characteristics. We have other relationships with friends, relatives, neighbors, etc. We also make decisions about what we want to do and how we want to act. You can choose to see your parents as flawed and struggling, but also well-meaning and lovable human beings, just like you." Read the caption for one more thought on adult parent-child relationships.